My friends, I'm going to review the best to worst crypto YouTubers right now, and I'm going to do this live. So you can ask me to review who you want to review. I've got a list of a bunch I'm going to go through, and my purpose in reviewing these crypto YouTubers is to try and help you figure out who that you're watching, in my opinion, has your best interest in mind versus who is just mostly exploiting you, taking your time and energy, getting you into gambling, wasting your time, altcoins. That's my goal. And the main metric I'm going to use to review crypto YouTubers is, are they talking about Internet Computer Protocol or not? Because it has the best technology, the biggest research and development team. It is way ahead of anything else in crypto. And if you're a content creator and you're not talking about ICP, I'm not sure that you're worth listening to. So I've been in crypto 10 years. I was one of the very first crypto YouTubers, and I want to thank Supoman for this video idea. So Supoman is the first one I'm going to talk about here because Supoman actually gave me the idea, suggested I do this because he recently reviewed the crypto YouTubers on his channel, and he said, I would like to see you do that as well. So Supoman, I quit crypto for a couple of years because to me crypto was so disgusting and degen that I couldn't stand to be a part of it anymore. And Supoman consistently encouraged me to come back. Supoman's the only crypto YouTuber who consistently actually shows up to watch my live streams, to chat with me on Twitch and on YouTube. So I was inspired to come back to crypto from him and from Joe Paris, but I no longer watch Joe Paris because Joe Paris seems to have chosen, sponsorships and making money for himself as the primary purpose of his channel, rather than teaching and helping his viewers as the primary purpose. And you can't have two primary purposes. Either your primary purpose is to make money for your viewers, or it's to take money. With Supoman, Supoman is kind of like me, but if I only did degen, quick money coins, and his audience doesn't even like when he tries to talk about Internet Computer Protocol. They get annoyed because they're looking for quick money. They're not looking for long-term investments. And as he said, they're not looking for like real education and learning. It's just, give me some coins that I can gamble with today. And what I like is Supoman does not take sponsorships and does not, accept money to promote the coins he looks at. He does his own research and then gives his opinions on coins, instead of what most crypto YouTubers do, is just constantly going for views and trying to maximize their own money. So Supoman gets the first review, and Supoman is instrumental to me even being here to do this today. The channel I'm watching the most right now is Definity. So to me, this is, if you really want to do research in crypto and learn in crypto, and especially, you should just start with the best project. The project that's way undervalued. I think ICP is more undervalued than anything else in crypto. And you can see by the amount of videos they put out, by the quality of videos they put out. You watch these videos on their channel, and you can see this is light years ahead of anything else in crypto, especially if you watch the global R&Ds. This is where they go into detail about what they're actually doing. There's things like ICP verifiable credentials. You have explainers for the network nervous system. There's so many videos. I haven't even watched a lot of them. And this is what's incredible, is the sheer quantity of videos they crank out. And these are meaningful videos. They're talking about projects that launch on the internet computer. They're at talks. They're at conferences. The people they have on some of these panels are very impressive. Venture capitalists talking about, for example, Knowledge Foundation here, collaboration with the UN. And this is not a channel that's getting a lot of views. Maybe this channel has been shadow banned or something. But to me, if you want to get some really good information in crypto, this is the organization that is behind Internet Computer Protocol. And if you go to their website at definity.org, you can see the research team. And this is what's missing in almost every single crypto. This is what's missing. You can see the people here on the research team, and then you can see their videos on the Dfinity YouTube channel so you know it's legit. And you can see what they're building. Like with the verified credentials, it can take a while. There's so many people even to find which one you're looking for, but you can find people presenting where they're at on the organization chart, and then you can see their videos. So this, in terms of the amount of hours I spend watching content, the Dfinity channel is the #1 YouTube channel I spend watching. Now, obviously, I don't think we need to review my channel, but I'll compare my channel to some other channels as well. So next, after Dfinity, I watch every blockchain pill video. So I watch every blockchain pill video because blockchain pill covers internet computer almost exclusively. Occasionally, he mentions some others in there, and coins on internet computer protocol, but he's done great interviews with founders. He consistently looks at, what is the real use case for internet computer? Beyond, most of crypto is just hype and gambling and speculation. Coinopoly, nice to see you. I have you on my list of YouTubers to review as well. So these, the videos Blockchain Pill puts out really helped me research internet computer when I first found it. And he's done 187 videos. So you can see, he's been doing videos for years on internet computer protocol. His channel started on internet computer protocol. So to me, this is one of the very highest quality and commitment channels to internet computer protocol. And if you want to get a hold of him, he's very easily accessible in his open chat, which is great. He doesn't have some paid, Patreon for $100 a month that he's shilling endlessly. Like many of the people, like he's putting out very good information here that is easy to understand for his viewers. It's an easy call to action, like research internet computer protocol. So Blockchain Pill, I watch all his videos. Next, Cityscape, I've been watching a lot of his videos. He cranks out videos about as often as I do. So I almost always watch the ICP ones. And, sometimes I watch the other ones as well. Cityscape's given me a bunch of shout outs on his channel. This last video, I'm really proud of the way he did this video. He did a video before that he missed something on, and then he did another follow-up video to say, hey, I missed this on that video, and here's the information my viewer gave me. So, how you handle when things don't go well or when you miss something, that's a big indication of your character. And I've had lots of opportunities to do that over the years, from changing my race on Facebook and being demonetized over that because I was breaking the whole matrix, and, being banned on Udemy for talking about, showing people how I was making huge amounts of money and showing how easy it was. And for speaking out against some of the things Udemy was doing that were pretty ugly. So, I really appreciate when people, like Cityscape, going out there and saying, hey, I got this wrong. Here's what's correct. And, that's human. That's real. That's raw. That's authentic. And I appreciate how easy he makes it to get to know him as well. And I wish he had an open chat so that, I could go easily talk to him on there, because I don't use Instagram. And I don't use Patreon either. So next, Bobby O. You'll notice all my favorite crypto YouTubers cover internet computer exclusively, except Supoman, who goes in and covers internet computer despite the protests of his audience who want instant 100 or 1,000 X's. So Bobby O's done a lot of great internet computer videos over the years, but he hasn't been doing very many lately. He's gotten into another area where with these pictures and videos of this flight, which I think this is definitely worth looking into, but I miss his internet computer protocol videos myself. So I watched a bunch of his videos on ICP and researching it. He has 2 different channels. I watched a bunch of his videos on it as well. So now that we've covered them, I am going to cover some of the channels that I think, let me give some of the critical reviews of some of these other channels. So we'll just scroll down the crypto search results and do some of these quickly, because All right, let me go after number one here. And let's start with Invest Answers. So Invest Answers, the Invest Answers is a YouTube channel I used to watch a lot in 2023 until I found one absolutely critical flaw. That when you looked at his videos, he was endlessly shilling Solana and different Solana coins, and it was extremely repetitive. Almost always, like your videos, Jerry, how you go on and on about ICP. It was even more repetitive because he was just showing the same basic data all the time. And then, it's tons of, you don't need to hear over and over about Bitcoin. Like, don't we know about it yet by now? But the worst thing I found on his channel is that he was blatantly manipulating and censoring Internet Computer Protocol. So if you look up Invest Answers Internet Computer Protocol, would I buy ICP? A 1 minute and 50-second video. Now, this is a guy who goes on and on and on for hundreds of hours about Solana. And then he'll tag ICP in his videos. And before I got all in on ICP, I realized he was giving grossly inaccurate information about ICP and that ICP made Solana look like an absolute trash pile by comparison, like a total pump and dump. So this is where I started to realize how bad the Crypto Matrix was. Like, this is a channel that's being pushed very hard in the algorithm lots of times. And he also was talking about how he wakes up in the middle of the night to check crypto prices. I'm big into, if you watch somebody, you should want all of what they have because people are influencing you more than you realize. And I don't want to be the kind of person who wakes up and sets an alarm in the middle of the night to check crypto prices. That's insane. And he builds himself as like a professional trader, but then, almost all he does is talk Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, and Render. And to me, this is exactly where people go wrong. You watch his channel, you think Solana's great. He shows you data, but when he compared Solana with Internet Computer, he intentionally left off the ICP transactions. He put a dash in the ICP transactions because if you compare Solana transactions to Internet Computer transactions, well, Internet Computer shreds the Solana transactions. I mean, it does multiples on what Solana does every second. He literally just put a dash. And on the finality, he just put a dash on that too. I'm like, oh my God. Like, this is what's wrong with crypto YouTube. So Invest Answers is one of the crypto YouTubers I felt most betrayed by. I watched him. I was a part of the community. And when I saw what he was doing with ICP, and when I found out he got his community wrecked in Terra Luna, he got his community wrecked in FTX. Like, this is a guy consistently picking losers, or, it's too late for Bitcoin. It's too late to find Solana. It's too late to find Ethereum. There's no point in talking about those. They're too big for you to make much in the way of profit. So Invest Answers is exactly, to me, where crypto investors are getting wrecked, plowing money into Solana when Solana is obviously, to me, a horrible crypto investment at this point. Now, many of you have been asking about Coin Bureau. Coin Bureau is like a straight up PSYOP, CIA kind of like funded channel with the highest level of deception and ripping people off. For example, if you look, this video was extremely well done. I watched this and was temporarily fooled by it. When he went into his one video that he actually goes into detail on Internet Computer Protocol, he destroys ICP as some dystopian one platform to rule them all coin, when the whole rest of crypto is basically Web3 theater. Like, they're not actually, almost all the rest of crypto is not even on the blockchain. Like, if I told you that my house was built on water and you came out and found that 99% of my house was built on land, and I had a little puddle in my backyard and said, well, that part of my house that's water, you'd be like, well, the house is built on land with a puddle. That's the rest of crypto. And this review of Internet Computer managed to completely gloss over the research team, the massive team in Dfinity that has made the best technology by far in crypto that is relevant to the whole world, not just crypto gambling. This was an extremely well done like psyop where you watch it and you think, oh, okay, it's just a scam and a rug pull and it's this dystopian technology. And that is, once I saw what Coin Bureau did to Internet Computer and did my own research, I stopped watching Coin Bureau's channel, because this level of misinformation that is very well done like that is dangerous, because it comes off very authoritative, very polished, but underneath it, you're getting ripped off. And I watched a video recently, another very well done ripoff. So if you look at one of the Coin Bureau, I search Coin Bureau Near, when I was reviewing Near Protocol, you watch, there's a video where they do this video with Ilya. They do a video with Ilya and they talk about Near Protocol and AI for 38 minutes. And not one time is the most critical thing mentioned, that Near Protocol can't do almost anything with AI directly on chain, which is the most important thing. So this, unfortunately, is crypto. This is deception in crypto at the absolute highest level, where these channels with huge amounts of subscribers that appear to be pushed by bots that are supporting the cryptos they're hyping up are doing a very well thought out, deceptive providing of information to you. And that is why under no circumstances would I trust the information provided on the Coin Bureau channel. To me, this is ugly. Now, I'll review some more you have asked about. One of the first people I actually blocked from my news feed. I know some of you like crypto tips. I actually blocked crypto tips from my feed because I clicked on several videos way back in the day, maybe a year ago, and they have the most clickbait titles. And I clicked on one, and the title of the video was blatantly misleading. And it was the third or the fourth time I clicked on a blatantly misleading title. And I'm like, I won't do this anymore. I'm not putting my time into a channel that's willing to say anything to get me to click on the video and then grossly under-delivers on the video. So Crypto Tips was one of the first channels I actually blocked. I'm like, hide this from newsfeed, never recommend one of their videos again. Another crypto YouTuber I blocked, Lark Davis. Look at Solana's new tech is insane. No, it's not. Solana's new tech is nothing compared to ICP. And look at these videos. This is not information that to me will help an average investor make good decisions. Like, this is, a bunch of fear, a bunch of, talking about Bitcoin over and over again. And, Solana's new tech is insane. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So Lark Davis, somebody else I blocked from the feed. Altcoin Daily. I've had a recent change of heart on Altcoin Daily. I actually blocked Altcoin Daily on Twitter because I was tired of seeing Altcoin Daily's, video and engagement bait on Twitter. But I am impressed that Altcoin Daily's actually posted a couple of times about ICP. And, that said, Altcoin Daily also was the tech on ICP and the potential to help people discover a quality investment, I feel is being totally missed by this channel. This is one of the biggest channels in crypto. And historic news, Solana, Chainlink, and Polkadot. These are all... Now, some of you are like, well, Solana's done a great job in adoption. You know what Solana has done? Solana has thrown out huge amounts of money to pay developers to integrate Solana into their applications in a way that's absolutely not sustainable. They were involved with FTX, and you saw what happened to FTX. The Solana price already crashed once from $250 to $10, wrecking almost all the early investors. And now we know the FTX bankruptcy estate has a bunch more Solana that they have to dump. I watched a panel with Dominic Williams and the founder of Solana, and you listen to Dominic, and then you listen to her, it's like, all right, obviously I want to have all my money in ICP and absolutely nothing in Solana. Dominic's talking about rebuilding the internet, and she's talking about making products that our customers enjoy using. I'm like, did you ask ChatGPT for an answer to this? Like, that's like a stock business card answer, like Business School 101. We're going to make products that our customers enjoy. This is your person. And then you've got, Altcoin Daily, all these thumbnails hyping up, not as many as others, but, Solana, Cardano. Cardano is an absolute dumpster. The tech is garbage. So Altcoin Daily, not someone I would watch. We're going to continue to go through more. So Coinopoly, let's look at some that I haven't watched that much, but I am impressed with. Coinopoly, which I hope here we go. Coinopoly. So Coinopoly has been consistently covering Internet Computer Protocol. So Coinopoly is a channel, I don't think I've watched very many videos, but Coinopoly is in the chat here and consistently, at least recently, doing a lot of videos about Internet Computer Protocol, comparing Internet Computer Protocol to other videos, to other cryptos. And that is really valuable because I used to hold Solana and Internet Computer myself last year. And you know what I did? I compared both of them because the main thing people get stuck with in crypto is confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is when you are holding a crypto and therefore you think it's good. So if you want to do your best research, you need to hold both cryptos you're researching, ideally in equal amounts. I had thousands of dollars of ICP and thousands of dollars of Solana last year. And I looked at the two of these and I said, I want to find out the truth. Which is by far the best investment out of these? Because if one's better than the other, I want to swap all my money out of one into the other. And that's when I went down the rabbit hole for both and I found the truth. Like, ICP is so vastly superior to Solana in every single way except things like daily active users. And daily active users for Solana is very temporary. We've seen how daily active users do not last. Trading meme coins on Solana, there's practically infinite competition. There's so many other places you can do meme coins. Solana has nothing that other blockchains haven't copied or can't do. Like, Internet Computer can do everything Solana can, plus a whole bunch of stuff like AI on chain that Solana has no realistic possibility of doing. So I did my research while holding both of them, and that's when I realized, like, most crypto YouTubers, they haven't researched ICP. And if you haven't researched ICP, I don't think I should be following you. Like, I don't think I should be watching your videos at this point. So the easiest way to research is to see if the crypto YouTuber you're watching has not done a quality review on ICP, then I don't think they're worth watching. Now, if you look at the charts, ICP right now is 22 if you exclude stable coins. And in my opinion, if you're a crypto YouTuber, you should have researched at least the top 50 altcoins. I don't see a point in crypto YouTubers at this point or just talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum over and over again, or even Solana. Like, there's so many other cryptos. There's so much else happening. So let's dive deeper and check out. I have so many more crypto YouTubers I promised you I would review. So let's talk about Joe Paris. I don't want to talk about Joe Paris like this, but I thought I'd subscribe to Joe. I thought I'd unsubscribe from Joe, but Joe Paris and Superman Crypto were both instrumental into getting me back into crypto. The the challenge is Joe Paris is a fantastic educator. Joe is a great teacher. He is very good at teaching. But when you're teaching on crypto YouTube, you have to choose what's your top priority. Is your top priority to help your students, or is your top priority to make money for yourself? And Joe appears that his top priority is making money for himself. And our divergence came when he asked if he should accept a 6-figure sponsorship from a particular coin. He said, please look at the coin and tell me what you think. I looked at the coin and I said, this coin sucks. It's going to rip retail off under no circumstances should you accept a sponsorship from them. And then he didn't talk to me after that. Especially after I then reviewed the coin and said why it sucked so much. So the challenge, I would love, and Joe at any time could make a turnaround. I would love to see Joe put his viewers first and not his earnings and his course sales and his sponsorships first. And, you know, I know that might be critical, hard feedback for Joe to hear, but, you know, here's why I started doing the videos the way I do them. Because I realized that, you know, look, if you look at Joe's channel as an example. So Joe pitches a huge amount of different coins on his, many of which I have done very critical reviews for. And if I haven't, you know, some of these like ChainGPT, Joe keeps hyping up. This coin was so dishonest that I did a review, a very negative review of their coin, and they did a fake copyright strike on my channel. And I'm like, take that stuff to trial. Sent the counter notification back, got the video put up. But that's how dishonest some of these projects are. Desperate to try and take down anybody who sees through their BS. And Joe's hyping up like Crypto.com, you know, a bunch of Solana. Like, these coins suck for the long term. The tech is crappy. And I lost thousands of dollars myself on Joe's Crypto.com hype, which then I bought into and I took the action watching his videos. So, you know, I started out making videos just like Joe did when I got back into crypto. And Joe mentored me in setting my new crypto channel up. And Joe did a bunch of reviews with me on his channel. And, you know, it got to a point where his audience hated, a big section of his audience hated my videos because, you know, Joe's pitching like degen altcoin 100Xs. I'm out here talking about simple investing for everyday people based on fundamentals and technology like ICP. And there were a bunch of people on Joe's channel who hated what I had to say because it's a different wavelength. And Joe's chosen to go, you know, over into the let's make as much money for himself and his lifestyle as possible. And whatever happens to his viewers isn't really his responsibility. My view is that you are first and foremost. That that's why I focus on ICP. I could play the degen game myself. I could make myself a huge amount of money, but you are my top priority. If you get ripped off watching my videos, which every one I've shown you, you know, that I put down, you know, the thumbs down on their channel, like these are people that are going to consistently cause you to lose money by watching their videos. And many of you have actually discovered me through Joe's channel. And I really hope Joe changes the priority on his channel to his viewers first and foremost. Please. Oh, all right. So we got some more. Alex Becker, and I'll take requests live. Alex Becker has had some really bad crypto videos. I mean, his crypto videos have been absolutely awful. Like I've watched some of Alex Becker's videos and I'm like, this is how people are getting ripped off. You know, like he said, the Alluvium 100x, look at the chart for Alluvium. Like Gods Unchained 50x. You know, these are games that aren't even really on chain. Gods Unchained is dying. I mean, if you do your research, just, you know, here's an example of doing your own research. Go look at the Twitch. Go look at the Twitch on Gods Unchained. I used to play Gods Unchained. This is how bad these videos are. Like, why? What kind of research are you doing to come up with this? Gods Unchained, this used to have like 10 times as many viewers. If you look at the stats for Gods Unchained, it absolutely died. Now, he put this as a 50, he put this as a 50x. And this is a game that's absolutely dying. The cards have just tanked. The game itself is not on chain. Every pump this has had appears to be manipulated. The chart is as bad as ICP's. 40% left on the circulating supply. I've been in the middle of Gods Unchained off and on for quite a while. Now look at this thumbnail. 50x on Gods Unchained. You have to be kidding me. 100x on Alluvium. A game that has been in development for years that you still can't play with a $500 million market cap. A coin that absolutely ripped off so many people in 2021 and even managed to dump a bunch of the recent pump right back off. Like this is unfortunately what's normal. So that, you know, if you're watching people like this, you're getting set up from the very beginning to just get wrecked. And most of the mainstream crypto YouTube is unfortunately like this. And what happens is there's a lot of bots that promote these channels. Let me show you one right now, Crypto Galaxy. I mean, here, he had, on this, there were 1,000 live viewers, and the title is Just Buy 20,000 Caspa. This guy, back when I was just shilling altcoins like Joe Paris to get views, before I made sure that my top priority was leading by example, and before I went all in on ICP, this guy was actually in my little mastermind and Discord. And when I came out of the video comparing ICP to Caspa, he absolutely flipped and pointed out, you know, what he's like, what a clown I am. And all he does is hype up Caspa with, you know, ridiculous prices on here over and over again. And this, unfortunately, it appears there's a bunch of bots that will push Caspa videos like this, which then get other people to think that this is really hyped up. But Caspa is just a basically copied technology with no real value proposition. It doesn't even have smart contracts yet. It still does proof of work mining in 2024. And Crypto Galaxy, let's see how this works out over the long term. Caspa is going to absolutely get wrecked. Everybody who watches your videos and takes action on it is going to lose. And he sells a membership for $100 a month in his Patreon. So I don't think that's going to go very well in the long term for people. And if you're going to shill something, you need to be backed up by real technology, real team. I've reviewed Caspa, and you know, what does Caspa have in terms of technology? We got lots more crypto YouTubers to review. Ivan on Tech. Ivan on Tech, he collaborates with Invest Answers, and collaboration is a sign of your frequency, which is why Joe Paris and I are not on the same frequency to collaborate anymore. If you look at his videos, relentless, you know, to me, if anybody who's focusing on Bitcoin and Bitcoin prices today is essentially wasting your time. We don't need to talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum prices every day. And, you know, then here we go, Solana 20 to 30x. This is a guy who's collaborated a lot on his live streams with Invest Answers. So the information, I do not trust the information on this channel. I would say the vast majority of this is not going to be an effective use of your time at a minimum. And this is a very popular YouTube channel that people watch and take seriously, but not something I would watch. So Crypto Banter is in the exact same spot to me. Crypto Banter, if you look at, you know, Caspa, get in early. Why this Caspa upgrade will make millionaires? Absolutely ridiculous. What, are they getting smart contracts now? Are they finally getting smart contracts? Like, that's crazy. And if you look at, like, what has Crypto Banter said about ICP? You know, has Crypto Banter said anything about ICP? And you have all these people watching Crypto Banter. And, you know, he hasn't even talked about ICP. Does he actually know about ICP at this point? Crypto Casey, same criticism for her. So I used to watch her videos before I realized, like, all we're doing on her videos is shilling me on Tangent wallets and NordVPN. And, you know, is this a good use of my time where I'm helping her get rich off of all these she does great, clickbait videos. She made some great tutorials in the past, but Crypto Casey's audience is asking her to make videos about ICP. And, does she have a video about ICP anywhere? I haven't seen one. So what is the point if she's not able to tell you about ICP? Why watch her channel? Why sit through all these different ads? She's done really good getting some of these videos to clickbait, and I copied some of her basic, titles, and they did not work for me. But like this one, she does some really good, clickbait titles. But again, that's just wasting your time. And you'll notice she's probably copying this from like Coin Bureau. And a lot of these videos are very negative to get you afraid, to get you to feel like a victim, to feel out of control. So Crypto Casey unsubscribed, said no thank you, I'm out of here. So let's take a look at a channel I do like called Zero to Hero, and I guess I need to put in crypto for that. Zero to Hero has been doing a lot of great videos about ICP. So this is the channel I've been planning to get into, but somehow have not subscribed to yet. Let's see. Oh, I'm on my Jerry Banfield crypto account. So I think I subscribed to this on my main account that I watch on. But Zero to Hero has been doing some quality videos about ICP on here. And this is a channel I'm looking to start watching from and getting to know better. Zero to Hero is, I think we're going to see a lot more channels like this in the future that start covering ICP more consistently and start seeing that ICP is, a whole new level above anything else. Now, this also leads me to a channel that, this guy, House of Crypto, actually gave me some shout outs and he actually gave me some shout outs, which was nice. And he watches my channel. And out of love for his channel, I'm going to say you need to pick a primary objective for your channel. Is it about you making money and getting views? Or is it about giving your audience the best information? If I scroll through your channel, it looks like the primary purpose on your channel is to make yourself money. Your NordVPN sponsorships, your just shilling coins that will get you views on videos. And then seriously, like this last video, ICP with Jasmine, what? Step your game up. Make some videos that actually really help your audience, not just to get yourself as many clicks as possible. But, I think House of Crypto is like so close but he watched, one of my viewers was watching his live stream earlier to help me prep for this video. And it's like he didn't want to have a serious conversation about ICP. It's just talking about basically degen, where, the underlying idea is all these cryptos are crap. We're all just degen gambling. We're not even here for the tech. Like that's not a good place to put your time. That's not, you want to be careful of which channels you support, because if you're helping somebody make money and, build their following, like it should be somebody that you want to be like, that is transparent with you, and that truly, first and foremost, has your best interest in mind. When I started crypto, in the first 9 years at least I was in crypto, I did not have my audience's best interest in mind. I had my best interest. So some of these crypto YouTubers may turn around. Most of them haven't been, almost none of them have been doing this 10 years. I mean, it took me 9 years before I'm like, okay, I need to think first and foremost to my audience. Like I've made this video because if you watch any of these channels, you might want to hear my opinion. Like I've covered a bunch of channels that I think are people oh, here's another one. Cryptos Are Us. I used to watch Cryptos Are Us. He had some good videos that I enjoyed, but then ask him about ICP. Ask him about Internet Computer Protocol, and either he doesn't know about it, like he actually hasn't researched it, which in his position with the amount of subscribers he has, his channel got taken down like mine did before, and I was hoping he'd get his channel back, even though I disagree with his whole approach to crypto, with constantly talking at least he mostly sticks to talking about Bitcoin and is not hyping up a bunch of garbage coins all the time. But do we really need to talk about Bitcoin? Like, how much is it going to move? And then he's doing these, he puts a video, Bitcoin holders, huge Solana news. He's hyping Solana too. Really? How is it that he thinks Solana, how is it that he's hyping Solana, but he doesn't know about Internet Computer Protocol and he can't give his audience a straight answer? So that's very disappointing in Cryptos Are Us. So, no way I would watch Cryptos Are Us until he gives us some good information about ICP, which, is ridiculous. Like, you look at this top picks for 2024. He has among the top, he puts the ones in the gains here. He's promoting in this thumbnail Bonk, Injective, Caspa, Render, Solana, and this was another one, like Bobby O did a response. So crypto YouTube is rough. The most people do not have your best interest in mind. Pumpkin Seed. And so Devin says House of Crypto is waiting for more people to be onboarded to ICP. It's too late. You're too late. And that's what a lot of channels are waiting for, their signals from authority that ICP is serious. And by then it's too late. You've already missed out. You have to be in on the tech early. You have to be in on stuff before everybody else is in on it. Like, ICP is amazing because, someday everybody's going to figure this out. But right now, hardly, relatively few people know about it. Internet Computer Protocol is 22 if you exclude stable coins. And, most people will be talking about this when it's up in the top 5. But you don't need to talk about it as much when it's in the top 5. The time to talk about it was now, before everybody knew about it. And for all the people many of these crypto YouTubers have blatantly gotten the information wrong about ICP. So if you look, the most important, like Invest Answers, blatantly got this horribly wrong on his channel. And that's because many of them have not taken the time to actually research ICP, which, if you have not taken the time to research at least the top 25 cryptos, and, excluding stablecoins, if you haven't researched all the top 25 cryptos, then, what are you doing? If all you did is look at a price chart and you didn't do any more research, I'm glad I didn't take that approach. I saw the price chart and I looked in further. I listened to my chat. Invest Answers and many of these other Cryptos Are Us, they have to ignore a huge amount of people telling them about ICP in their chat. And they're not looking at this one simple statistic, the cycle burn rate. This is how much computation is actually being done on ICP, and it has went up constantly. It is consistently, on average, went up. And it's consistently making all-time highs. And some of these channels are blatantly excluding ICP or intentionally looking at it in a way to confuse you. Oh, who else did I want to review who's actually here? Cryptos Are Us likes retail, not B2B. I remember that. And ICP is the absolute ideal retail coin because you can actually stake it and do everything with it. You don't need to have 32 ETH. You don't need to have $100,000 to actually stake yourself. You can stake with just $7 at ICP today. HBAR, I'm going to do a review on HBAR. HBAR is another ripped off crypto. Pumpkin Seed, that's who I wanted to look up, and that is here. I just saw Pumpkin Seed, and this was not a video I wanted to do either. This was I've had a lot of drama as a creator online, but y'all keep asking me to review these other crypto YouTubers. So I've noticed Pumpkin Seed's been putting up a lot of videos of Dominic Williams, which, if you really want to step your game up, watch. Like, Pumpkin Seed's uploaded 21 videos. A lot of them are Dominic Williams talks. Watch Dominic Williams speak. Because once you hear Dominic Williams speak, it will be much more difficult for you to get fooled by these other crypto channels that are just shilling anything they can to make money off of you, that are only concerned about the lifestyle they're living, that purely see you as a means to an end. Pumpkin Seed has some good videos here. I've watched a few of these on my main account. So my regional channel is what I actually watch on. And these are videos that you should see. I will review. Let me know who else you want me to review here. I've got a few more No BS Crypto. So No BS Crypto has covered ICP, but here's the challenge. If you constantly tell all your audience about all these different coins, and I mean, look at this thumbnail, you know, no more gains, and you've got ICP as one of the most visible coins on there. I mean, you know, you gotta tell us what you really stand for. One of my biggest criticisms of channels like this is, if I look through your videos, what do you really believe in? What do you really believe in? You have a video saying 10 must-buy altcoins with ICP and NEAR on there, which NEAR is absolutely not a must-buy altcoin. And then you have a thumbnail 4 days later, no more gains. ICP is one of the most visible coins on there. What do you really believe in? For your audience, it's really difficult. I used to have people pay hundreds of dollars to talk with me back when I just shilled every different altcoin and sold all these courses. They'd pay hundreds of dollars to talk to me to ask, Jerry, what do you really believe in? Like, you've given out 50 altcoins that you bought some of. Which one of these is actually the best? And it was, thank you, Superman, for a nice list of people to review. So, yeah, let me go get all those. People paid hundreds of dollars to ask me, Jerry, you've shilled all these altcoins. Which of them do you really believe in? And I had the shocking revelation that I don't know. Like, I don't know. And that's when I found ICP. I looked through my whole portfolio and I'm like, all right, I want to better serve my audience. I need to simplify my message. Anyone can convolute and make stuff up. But to me, genius is being able to take a whole bunch of complex information and make it super simple. And that's why, you know, I just talk internet computer now. You know, certainly there's some profits you maybe can make on other coins, but, you know, utter simplification, internet computer is the absolute best. So I'm looking Elio trades. You got a bunch more of this fear crap. You know, banks will collapse, you know, fear clickbait. And you've got his crypto portfolio here, a bunch of Bitcoin and ETH and Solana. Seriously, all you know about crypto, most of your portfolio is Bitcoin and ETH and a little bit of Solana. I don't know if you got the best information. And a bunch of, you know, Solana thumbnails. Elio trades, not somebody I would watch. You know, you got the 1000x up. You got 20x on Immutable X. I've actually played games on Immutable X. Immutable X is not the future, not the most popular layer 2. You know, if you're putting that on your thumbnail for 20x, you know, I'm selling everything 4 months ago. Actually, that might have been decent timing if he'd done that just right. But, you know, and your thumbnails to me should have helpful information in them by themselves. Like just scrolling by, you know, if you just scroll by my videos, for example, if you just scroll by my videos, like my videos have helpful information in them. If you don't even watch, now, you know, this video, but I'm telling you what I think right here. You just scroll by my video and I'm like, yeah, these are going to zero. Like, even if you don't click the video, I've communicated an idea successfully to you. And I've told you why I think ICP is amazing. You know, I talk about my video thumbnails themselves are often very helpful. And then you look at these thumbnails and it's like, you know, the next Solana, that this is not a good place to put. I would not watch any of this guy's videos currently. So where did Superman's message get off to? Y'all are very chatty today. Miles, Virtual Bacon, thank you. I couldn't remember his name. I could not remember his name. I wanted to review him. All right, Virtual Bacon. Now, a lot of you like Virtual Bacon. And I used to like his videos before I did further research. Absolutely not. Solana price prediction video, more bullish than ever. Would not watch any of his videos. Because he's hyping up Solana. Polygon, these are overhyped trash cans. Now, I will say, it looks like he has a little ICP in his portfolio. That is better than most. At least he has done what, to me, if you look up Virtual Bacon has done some, look. So this is a very positive sign. Like Virtual Bacon 9 months ago, which if I do a little math, that's right about the time I went all in on ICP. Maybe he saw some of my videos, maybe he didn't. But he did a video featuring ICP on there. And Bitcoin Bros, who I meant to review also, like this is, ICP will explode. That's nice, but that was a year ago too. So if you look at his portfolio, he does at least have some ICP in his portfolio. And he's talked about it before. But this is the challenge. If you look at his videos, again, what is his top priority? Is his top priority to give you the best information? Or is it to make himself the most money and get the most views? If he really likes ICP, then why are there so many other coins? Why are there all these other coins all the time? Chainlink to $240. Really, don't we realize that oracles are going out of date at this point? And Gala Games has been one of the most horrible ripoffs in crypto. Their 2.0 upgrade, which I've talked to people on Zoom calls who've lost thousands of dollars because of Gala's scammy 2.0 upgrade, which Coinbase wouldn't support. And then if you had Gala on Coinbase and didn't claim it, swap it immediately, you lost everything. So you look at that Virtual Bacon, not somebody I would watch at this point. There's just too much distraction. There is better information on his channel in certain areas, but the vast majority of it doesn't appear like he, if he really understands ICP, then he should focus on it and not be shilling all these other altcoins, XRP, Solana, Chainlink. Solana 2.0 is not exciting at all. These coins that are doing a 2.0, you know why they're doing that? Because they're doing so bad that the 1.0, ICP doesn't have to do a 2.0 because it has the most advanced tech and upgrades itself. These other coins are so bad, they're trying to do 2.0 just to make themselves relevant. So Lady of Crypto, I think I've watched some of her videos, but so let's take a real-time review. Near Protocol, Polygon, not looking very good. Let's see if she's done ICP. So I haven't watched her that much. Lady of Crypto doesn't top 3 D-pin cryptos, so it looks like, let's check this D-pin. If she doesn't include ICP, then that's probably going to be really a bad sign. So if you're talking D-pin cryptos, ICP as the only real technology for D-pin at this point. She's talking about no ICP. No ICP in a D-pin crypto video. I mean, Coin Bureau didn't either. So Lady of Crypto, not a channel I would watch. I don't see information on her channel that's actually, going to help a regular investor, make money. Let's look through some of her other videos. Airdrops are almost people. If you're talking a bunch about airdrops consistently get viewers ripped off because there's scam and there's all these fake airdrops. So this is something like you put out videos talking about these massive airdrops. It sets your viewers up to get airdrop scammed. So, looking at her channel, I see very little off the top of her channel that's helpful. Tangent Wallet sucks. I used it. That's good to avoid crypto rugs. I don't see anything special here that impresses me on her channel. Maybe it's not as bad as some of the other channels, which are blatantly misleading people. So her channel is a little better than that. I have never seen this channel, I don't think, before. Ian, I don't recognize this channel at all. Let's see if let's see the first impressions of his channel. Is this the right channel? there's not videos. I haven't seen any recent videos from him. There's not. He doesn't look like he's actually doing much right now on this channel. On to the next one. Miles Deutscher. I've seen Miles before. And is this going to be another Solana Caspa shill channel? Bull Run Portfolio. Solana, Pepe. Is that Jasmine there? Chainlink, Render. It's like copy and paste crypto channels. Buy Pepe and meme coins seriously. Now sell Avalanche, Polygon, Immutable X. AI pump imminent. And does he actually cover... Let's see if he actually covers ICP. You know, Bitcoin technical analysis, waste of time. You don't need... Bitcoin technical analysis or total waste of your time. Showing his Mile High Club. Like, is this video... I mean, seriously, what value was there in this video? AI altcoins are about to rally hard now. And then a Bitcoin technical now. What? AI narrative... Render. What the? I mean, this is unfortunately pretty typical in crypto. Like that looks like a total waste of time right there. And now we've got Render on a 50x here, and you know, other random coins. Top AI crypto altcoins set to pump 20x by July. And these coins he's pushing generally don't have anything at all they do on chain. You know, ICP's not even listed on here in AI, despite it having the first technology in the world to do AI on chain. BitTensor Tau at a B, absolute rug pull coin that's dumping, that just, quote, got hacked and lost millions of dollars. Render up here on AI. Render doesn't even do AI. Like, you can't do AI on Render. What does he put on the S tier? What even is this? You know, he's got Fetch AI. Those are junk coins. So, man, it is. I want to find some more people that I actually enjoy watching. All in crypto. All right. Oh, did I need to go with a full name on that channel? All in crypto. All right, let's check All in Crypto's videos out. We got ICP on there at least. Cardano is about to change forever. Solana easy 10x. Ripple XRP time is running out. No, it's not. I mean, time is running out. It absolutely is running out. You better sell your XRP before it goes to zero. So that's accurate. Now, this is nice to see. Internet computer will shock the world. But the challenge on this channel is, as with so many, all right, internet computer will shock the world 6 days ago. And then right before that, Solana could get to $2,000. Now, that's a valid point. It possibly could go to $2,000, but it's very unlikely. And the tech is awful. So I am happy to see he does have videos hyping up internet computer and talking about the $10 trillion problem it's solving. So All in Crypto actually seems to be above average. Now, the average is, you know, he said he's buying ICP. All in Crypto, better than average. And you can tell... Nice. Hedera hash graph is dead. Good. That's all right. All in crypto, I'm actually impressed. I mean, there's some genuinely useful information here. All right, seriously, TikTok might end up running on Polkadot. I realize we're trying to make videos that get clicks, but that's ridiculous. So I am happy to see the ICP coverage, but the problem with this approach is, you know, he's making videos for ICP community and then Polkadot and Solana and Chainlink, and I'm not sure how well he really understands ICP and really sees where the future's going. You know, if you're hyping up Cardano at this point, I mean, this is, to me, like a dead Ethereum copy. You know, Solana easy 10x with all the bankruptcy holdings, with all that's been manipulated up with ICP, with what you're saying. So All in Crypto, better than average. I'm actually impressed, which is nice. Molt, what is that? Molt Media. Molt Media, I've seen a lot of his videos in the timeline. You know, so these XRP videos I absolutely find seriously objectionable. because as I've told you in my XRP going to zero, absolutely awful. One of the worst offending cryptocurrencies out there. Now, he does have a Molt Media 2 channel, I believe, or Molt Markets. He does have a second channel where he hypes up ICP on that channel. But if you're hyping up ICP and XRP, you know, pick one. Pick one. It's too hard for viewers. If I'm telling you about 50 different cryptos, you just don't know what I really believe in. So if you really believe in all this stuff for ICP, to me, stop hyping up XRP. Do your research on XRP. Look at the tech. Look at the stats. Go look at the dashboard. Look at the XRP stats dashboard. The stats suck on XRP. It has almost no growth. I mean, you compare that on Internet Computer to the cycle burn rate. I mean, this is relentlessly gone up, despite what many call lack of marketing. So Molt Media, I like his ICP content, not big on all the ICP content. I interviewed Virtual Bacon. Virtual Bacon does talk positively about ICP, and he's actually looked at it, which sets him above most other crypto YouTubers. But he promotes a whole bunch of these other junk coins. It doesn't seem like he really understands Internet Computer Protocol, or he's not willing. See, some of these my fellow creators, they understand Internet Computer Protocol, but they don't want to lose all their viewers on these other coins. They don't want to do what I did and go all in on ICP, and then they get, you know, they lose 60, 70% of their viewers who were there for their clickbait Solana, clickbait Caspa, and Near videos. They don't want to lose all the bot traffic from those that push their videos in the algorithm either. So that is that. Let's see. Crypto gains. All right, let's look at. I am prioritizing Superman's reviews because, you know, he's deep into this like I am. And let's check out Crypto Gains. Oh yeah, Crypto Gains. Crypto Gains, one of the people I blocked. I forgot about this guy. I blocked his videos. These are above average bad information. So I blocked his videos. I mean, I respect this man's grind though. But I think his information is consistently resulting in people getting absolutely annihilated in crypto. Let's just take a look at this video to see what exactly, which coins is he actually buying. Bloodloop, Fame AI, Zero AI, XAI, a bunch of AI are these meme coins. So yeah, I blocked his videos before. I'm like, this guy's just saying whatever he can to get as many clicks and to make as much money as possible. I don't think he genuinely cares about his viewers. I think it's, you know, you can't hype up this many different altcoins because your viewers just end up being confused. I appreciate his hustle though, because my gosh, that's about as many videos as I do on all my channels combined. And he makes all kinds of these different coins too, which, you know, it gets him views, but is his audience being served by this, or is his audience being drained? I'd say his audience is being drained. Oh, Wendy O, that's right. I wanted to do Wendy O also. Why is my browser lagging? I need to close this and reopen it. So let's go back here, open a new browser. Wendy O, well, not Wendy Zero. Wendy O actually did, I think she did some good videos about ICP. She did a video unboxing ICP on Code and State, which was great. And, you know, it looks like she has done some videos about ICP. I used to watch Wendy O a bit, but if I can find, as a fellow creator, I'm very choosy about who I watch, because what you can see is a lot of crypto YouTubers watch other crypto YouTubers and then they just copy them, especially when they see what's working on other channels. So I'm very quick to stop watching somebody. And Cadena, girl, Cadena's the most undervalued. Cadena is the most undervalued. Like, she put out a video, something like that I stopped watching on. I'm like, Cadena? is the most undervalued. Cadena is the most undervalued crypto right now. I disagree as much as it's possible. And, you know, top proof of work blockchain, Cadena? Huh? And that's, I disagree. I don't think that's good information. I don't think that's information that's going to result. Now, she's got a great grind as a creator as well. I mean, the sheer quantity of videos she's put out. Then again, it's hard to even tell what she's talking about with a lot of the thumbnails. And yeah, a lot of videos that were just kind of irrelevant. She does live streams as well. But this, unfortunately, it's just more of the same that you see on a lot of other channels, like hyping up massive crypto gains in July, Solana, Cardano, Algorand. She's playing the game that almost all the creators are playing. You know, let me talk nice about as many coins as I can. You know, 2024 XRP buy signal. Big XRP, you know, Ripple CBDC news. So we're buying XRP off of the thought that it could be a central bank digital currency that is against everything we got into crypto for in the first place. Dennis, thank you very much for the $5 super chat on YouTube. First one we've seen in a while. Do Jesus Martinez, is that a crypto YouTuber? Oh yes, Crypto Love, I promise that. Jesus Martinez Crypto. All right, you drop $5, I'll prioritize your request here. All right, so tier list, Immutable XF, that's probably accurate. San 110 crypto gaming altcoin list. That's a pretty Beam. Pretty sure I looked at that and it was horrible before. But I'm gonna review a whole bunch more altcoins. Let's just scroll down. Crypto change forever. He's into a lot of, all right, Gala Games lawsuits update. Let me see if I can find it. Gala Games president of blockchain resigns. I told y'all Gala Games was horrible. I told you that. I'm not getting. Let me see if he's covered ICP right now. If he hasn't covered ICP, I mean, if someone hasn't covered ICP, why are you taking time to watch them? So let's see if we can look at his tier list here. All right, so his tier list, Immutable X is on the top of his tier list. Beam, I reviewed that. That was horrible. And he put this to the top of his tier list. You know, Alluvium is, yeah, Immutable X on the top of his tier list. He doesn't have ICP anywhere on the radar here. Yeah, that's going to be a pass for me. I don't think watching these videos is going to be an effective use of my time. Thank you for the 20th super chat on a live stream. Nice. Who else? Somebody else. Crypto, who is that? Please do Oscar Ramos. Thank you, Marsky, doubling down on the one from Dennis with a $10 super chat. All right, we'll bump up Oscar Ramos. Thank you for the $10 super chat. I'm not sure why that's not popping. It should be popping up on screen. Oh, I haven't set it to monitor and output. Okay. So let me see if we can monitor and output. It is monitoring an output. Why? I'm not hearing it when it comes up on screen. Well, thank you very much for the $10 super chat. Let me look at Oscar's videos. And let's see. Jasmine, are you seeing this? If you hold Shiba Inu, I got huge news for you. All right, that Shiba Inu, 410 trillion. Massive accumulation on Pepe coin. I don't, crypto.com. I don't think this looks very good. Jasmine whale alert. Yeah, I would definitely get out of Jasmine. If he's telling people to get out of Jasmine, that would be good. A bunch of talk about meme coins. Jasmine, $1? No. Jasmine coin pump will continue higher. All right, so let's just see if this was right.
Please do Oscar Ramos and Matthew.
Oh, there we go. It did play. Thank you very much for the $10 super chat. So Jasmine is 4 cents. I'm just curious. Did this play out or not? I know ICP is tanked. ICP is up double since I started talking about it, but it did tank recently. Irregardless, Jasmy down almost 50% since Jasmy coin pump will continue higher. Yeah, that's not aging so well over the last 2 weeks. And I've reviewed Jasmy to me as an 10-cent Shiba Inu possible. Oscar Ramos Crypto, this to me is a channel that is, if you're talking about Web3, has he done a video about ICP? I don't see that he's done a video about ICP. So he's done all these videos, and he's not done a video about ICP, and he talks meme coins, Jasmy, Shiba Inu. That's going to be a definite no-go for me. And Matthew Perry. All right, let's look up Matthew Perry. So if you haven't talked about ICP and you have a lot of crypto videos, I have very low confidence that your information is going to work out good for me. No, XRP will be... Are y'all trolling me now? XRP will be worth more than Bitcoin. Really? I mean, oh, I've seen this guy before. The hustle, the grind is... You know, look at the quantity of videos he's coming out. But buy Jasmy? No. No. And he got liquidated, so I do not leverage your options trade. No regular person should leverage your options trade. Leverage your options trading. The only way to really do well on that is if you're a professional trader, not an amateur wannabe trader, a professional trader, or an insider that has information people don't know about. So anyone who's ever recommending you join an exchange through their affiliate link, copy trade them, leverage trade, options trade, always, that is information setting you up to lose lots of money. These videos about Jasmy and XRP relentlessly, this is information that I think will cause people to lose a lot of money. And this is what happens. People buy Jasmy, and then I imagine they're watching videos like this endlessly. Deep down, they know it's not a good idea, but then they're desperate for anybody to reinforce. So I definitely not would I watch either of them. I think... So I personally... I am all about making the best investments I can and leading by example in crypto. And ICP is the best investment I see in crypto. If I found a better investment than ICP, I would start doing all my videos about that. But I've looked at thousands of altcoins. I look at thousands and thousands of altcoins. All right, let's check out Carl to the Moon. We'll look at some of these other ones. I look at thousands and thousands of altcoins. I have not found one that's better than ICP in terms of simple. Like ICP is simple, it's obvious. It's not speculative at this point because there's real technology that you can use. Is it Carl the Moon or just the Moon? Because do you mean Carl the Moon or is there a channel just the Moon? So, you know, videos, it's game over for Bitcoin. This is scary for Bitcoin, bad news for Bitcoin. I think you just said the same thing 3 times in a row. Actually, 4. Sell Bitcoin now? Really? Sell Bitcoin now? I mean, how much are you going to save by selling Bitcoin now? What's it going to do? Go down to 30,000? But how high could Bitcoin go? Bitcoin very likely could go much, much higher. Sell Bitcoin now? I mean, yeah, I would sell Bitcoin now for ICP, but has the Moon... Oh, no. $20 per minute. All right. $20 per minute on Bybit with this strategy. I'm mainly looking at people's recent videos, too, because, yeah, I've done a lot. You know, I wouldn't want my videos from 7 years ago to be an indication of what I'm doing today, which is why I look at people's recent videos. $20 per minute on Bybit. Not a channel I would watch. Top 5 artificial intelligence altcoins. All right, I bet you he doesn't mention ICP, even though it's the only one that actually does anything on chain. And are we mentioning a bunch of tiny projects that have crappy looking websites? Fetch AI, already reviewed that. Singularity.net. Injective? How's Injective an AI coin? I don't see why people think that's an AI coin. Absolute. No way I would watch. No way I would watch that. No way. That is not information that's gonna that's going to work out well. Let's check. If you want, I did a video. If I did a video about Nier, watch my video. Just search, if you want any particular opinion, search Jerry Banfield. For example, if you want to know, you know, I'm doing like that girl on Twitch who teased viewers for like 5 hours. Teased viewers for like 5 hours, didn't even come on camera. Like she was just off camera. It was a really funny idea. She was just like off camera like this in a bikini, but no shoulder, hardly even. She was like talking like this. She was talking like this for like an hour, and you never got to even see anything. It actually got me watching a lot longer, but then I blocked her, so I couldn't get recommended anymore. Anyhow, if you search Jerry Banfield Nier, you'll find Nier Protocol versus Internet Computer. Watch that. 52 minutes, in my opinion, of Nier Protocol versus Internet Computer. Nier Protocol is awful compared to Internet Computer. All right, let's look up Crypto. I mean, I haven't even heard of this channel before. Oof, that's a scary thumbnail. I mean, look at, why are some of these channels so copy and paste? Bitcoin, I have shocking news. Bitcoin game over. I swear that was the title of somebody's video I just saw. I do like this guy has like his shirt off because I used to rock the shirt off. Bitcoin emergency, a 2-minute video at a football game. Are y'all taking this? No, are people taking this channel seriously? 90 Bitcoin, my new shocking target for. All right, this is not a channel I would watch. I do like the videos are short and on point though, and he does. It is interesting how he gets different backgrounds. But did he film these two at the same football game? Probably not. But that's not a channel I would watch for sure. All right, Da Vinci. Michael Saylor, if Michael Saylor actually knew what he was doing in crypto, he'd know about ICP by now, but maybe he'll buy some ICP. All right, Da Vinci Jeremy, I've maybe seen one of his go by, but I don't know if I've ever watched one of his videos. Let's see if he's done a video about ICP. 6 alts that will 10x this cycle. It doesn't look like he's done a video about ICP yet, which, if you're not talking about ICP, you're wasting my time. Because if you're not telling me information, you know, do you notice how like all these crypto videos, I mean, he literally did one called Bitcoin Game Over also. I guess this is the problem in crypto YouTube. People watch each other and they copy their videos. So I'm very selective for that reason. I don't watch hardly any other creators unless I would want to copy them. Solana only up now. I disagree. I very much disagree. BTC when Lambo. Yeah, this is not a channel that I would watch because I don't see any clear value proposition here. Crypto Galaxy is bottom of the barrel, endlessly shilling Caspa. I will do a review on IOTA. I'm going to lump my reviews into massive review videos that just do like 10, 20, 30 altcoins in one video. So I'll make sure to put IOTA on there. Let me know anything else you want to review, and I'll destroy a whole bunch of them. And I did Cityscape at the beginning of this video. Cityscape's one of the first videos, one of the YouTubers I watched the most. I did him right at the beginning. That's if he was so early, then why is he taking his money to small cap? Yeah, a lot of times, yeah, people have spent all their money. Who else do you want me to review? I reviewed House of Crypto already. Blockchain Backer. Oh, Benjamin. Let me do Benjamin Cowan. I'll do Benjamin. Yeah, just keep posting the requests for reviews in here. So Benjamin is on the Coin Bureau live streams, which gives me an indication he is in on the higher levels of deception. And these Benjamin mainly does like technical analysis and Bitcoin videos. These are just a waste of your time. You don't need to watch Bitcoin, you don't need to watch technical analysis videos for Bitcoin. You need to think long term, where is this going? Is Bitcoin going to be a good investment in the long term? And because you don't need technical analysis on Bitcoin because one, day-to-day Bitcoin doesn't go that much. It's not like a meme coin that'll, 100x in a day or 15x in a couple of hours. Bitcoin doesn't make that big a move, so you don't really need technical analysis on it. And if you're holding Bitcoin, I hope you researched it. You don't need to, like, a lot of this is just a waste of time. FOMC meetings are pointless. Bitcoin dominance is useless at this point. So to me, Benjamin's providing information. I don't think the average investor needs this information. I see a lot of average investors plow their time into this kind of information, but all you really need to know at this point is there something better than Bitcoin? Yes, it's ICP. Aaron's in the ICP ecosystem. I have watched enough of his channels, his videos to have an opinion. So Aaron's made some good ICP videos. And I don't watch Aaron's videos though, because Aaron also, Aaron hypes up. I don't vibe with Aaron. He does some good videos about ICP, but he also hypes up these other chains. And the challenge with that is if you have an audience, that has ICP and then they watch these other ones, they're likely to start accumulating some of these other ones like Solana and Near and Avalanche. And to me, those are, and like Hex and Pulse Chain have been pumping like crazy 5 months ago. All right, so let's just see, since he talked about Hex and Pulse Chain have been pumping like crazy, why don't we just take a little look-see. Hex. Let's see how that's went over the last. Oh, that didn't go so well, did it? I told y'all it wouldn't go so well. And now, these are clearly manipulated pumps right here too, where like Richard Hart buys a bunch at once and then starts selling again. I told y'all this wasn't going to work out well. I told you, and people got all upset and hated on me. I told you it wasn't going to go well. And I told you so. And people stopped watching my channel who were big fans because I said Hex is absolute dumpster fire, gonna go to zero. And now y'all are gotten wrecked. And I was right. But you know what people don't like to hear lots of times is, people don't want to admit often how they're wrong. I told you Pulse Chain was absolute dumpster fire. Look at it, all-time lows. So Aaron, covering Hex. So Aaron going off on all these other cryptos. Aaron did some ICP FUD, if I remember correctly. So I don't watch Aaron. Now Aaron looks like he's been, more focused on ICP lately, but I don't watch Aaron. Do you think Hex can make a comeback? I hope Hex does not make a comeback because it is literally a token with almost no other value that was hyped up with viral, dishonest marketing. How will ICP fare? I think, ICP has the truth on its side. ICP has the largest research and development team in blockchain. If we go over and look at Definity's website, it has the largest research and development team in blockchain. It has applications like OpenChat that are fully on chain, eliminating the need to use Discord or Telegram, allowing you to send crypto. My main community is on OpenChat. I deleted my Discord. I deleted my Telegram because OpenChat works so well. ICP is the only place you can build real Web3. The truth is on ICP's side that this is the best tech, the most exciting team, the biggest potential in crypto with a really tiny market cap by comparison. So the more people do their own research, ICP is going to thrive on retail. And the more retail gets into it, institutions, big investors are going to discover it also. And especially with the yield. So ICP could easily reach $100 pretty much any time. Especially the more retail loads up at these low prices, it seems like exchanges are artificially suppressing the price of ICP, and in the short term, they feel real smart doing that. But in the long term, when retail loads up off of exchanges at these low prices, and then the price pumps and exchanges, may collapse because then they don't have the ICP that they said they had because they sold it short, then ICP could rocket. So I think ICP, if you're not covering an ICP at this point, And if you're shilling all these other altcoins, I don't think that's very good information. And if you're not giving out the best information available to your viewers, then there's better channels to watch. ICP should pay me, but I actually prefer that they don't, because I chose to turn down getting paid more by ICP. I did all my initial ICP videos, like 60, 70 videos. I did those just because it was the best tech, and I invested in it. And I was going to keep doing those videos. So then I took $25,000 to support the videos I was going to do anyway. But now in June, I chose not to ask for any more money, because I want to just focus on giving you the best information. And if I'm going to do videos about, saying stuff goes to zero, then Definity wants, if they're going to pay me, they want me to mostly do positive hype videos. And they don't want, like, this is a video if I was doing a community grant that would not count towards it, and that, they also don't want to give money to people who are out there, saying that most crypto YouTubers are not worth watching, that most altcoins are going to zero. Like, they want people who are not out there stirring up trouble. So I want to be free to stir up trouble. I want to be completely unconstrained in my creativity. So I've chosen not to ask for any more money, because you see what channels, you see how, like Joe Paris, he's such an outstanding educator. And yet, from my view, he's been compromised by all these altcoins giving him money. Now he shills crypto.com endlessly. He shills ChainGPT. He shills these other coins, but those are not good coins for his viewers, but he has to shill those coins because he's taking the money. So I also want to be able, if some other coin comes along that's truly better than ICP, I want to be able to focus on that and just move on at any time from ICP. All right, any other cryptos to review? Now, I have not, I would say I have, for my first 9 years in crypto, my first priority was getting myself views and making myself money, and I succeeded at that. And I met some of my viewers in person who lost a bunch of money watching my videos and who were really pissed off when I hyped up an altcoin and then was wrong about it, like Steam. And I realize I can't do crypto unless you are my top and constant thought and priority. That any money I make is a secondary consideration. I could make hundreds of thousands of dollars more a month doing what I've shown you other people are doing. And some of these guys, like it looks like Crypto Banner is making hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of dollars a month off his videos. It looks like Invest Answers is doing the same. Many of these guys I showed you are making huge paychecks off their audience. But their audience, as you can see in the chat, people will be like, I lost money off Joe Paris. I lost thousands of dollars buying crypto.com when Joe was hyping it up. Now, that's my choice to put it in there. But if I hadn't been watching Joe's videos, I would not have bought any CRO. My take on ICP in 20 years, either the whole internet's going to run on it, or we'll be in this, reality where it's hard to even imagine today. A reality of brother and sisterly love and equality, interacting telepathically, traveling to other star systems, and, taking spaceships to the moon, where we don't even need ICP tech. So if we're still stuck on Earth and we haven't advanced much beyond that, I think the whole internet will run on ICP. I'm aiming for a future where we have advanced far beyond that. Oh, I haven't talked about BitBoy yet. So BitBoy is a BitBoy close to my heart. He, I'm sober 10 years in Alcoholics Anonymous, and BitBoy is like me if I hadn't gotten sober yet, and I obsessed about making as much money in crypto as possible. BitBoy, from what I saw, ended up on somebody's lawn with a gun trying to take one of his cars back. So BitBoy at least did some videos hyping ICP up, and I would not, I don't watch anything BitBoy does today unless BitBoy said that he was sober. If he said he was sober, I might watch some of his videos. If any of you have information that BitBoy is sober, I might consider watching his videos. But if he's still on those drugs, I'm not watching. I'm not fueling his drug addiction. So Crypto Love, I have seen some of this guy's videos, and this is, you know, again, another one of these Bitcoin copycat channels where saying anything in the title, saying literally anything in the title to get people to click on his video. And I guarantee you the information to me would be disappointing and irrelevant and unnecessary and a waste of my time. Then, you know, a video with 60,000 views, almost guaranteed bots pushed this video. I don't think he did it, but I did a video about XRP and it looked like they used bots to push my video hard. And, talking about 2,000 XRP coins, this is a definite no. A channel and Brett, absolute junk meme coin, all kinds of clickbait videos. Definitely not a channel. Definitely not a channel I would watch. Who else did I miss that you asked for? Crypto. Discover Crypto. I'm glad you all could get some better information too. That my goal is to give you better information here than the same clickbait crap you're getting everywhere else. Like, it's incredible. This is what happens when a bunch of these YouTubers all watch each other. If you notice, you know, Solana to $1,000 urgent, almost guaranteed that's a lie or deceptive. XRP case ending, seen that on several other channels. Urgent, market crash, you know, he's literally driving, making this video. You know, Germany sells Bitcoin, bull run over, you know, AI tool, you know, altcoins hyping up the same old crap, render, you know, better than Bitcoin, the real story of Cardano, another, you know, Solana hyper. You know, this is what happens when a bunch of channels just copy each other and follow the leader. This is, I would not put any time into this. This is another channel, like, pure waste of time. Would BitBoy make a good police officer? I did used to be a police officer when I drank. And probably, I don't know if BitBoy was sober on duty. Maybe he would. Crypto Archie. Yeah, that's Stellar Particle says almost all these crypto YouTubers are zombies. Almost all of them are just copying what they see other people doing. And I did that too. When I started my new channel, I was copying Joe Paris and Supoman and, you know, Coin Bureau, Crypto Casey. I did the same thing. But then I started to hate myself. I started to realize this is why I quit crypto before. I quit crypto before because I don't want to be like this. So I stopped. I then started criticizing cryptos and actually finding my own voice. And my channel got taken down immediately after that because I think I was getting pushed by bots on promoting those junk coins, and they felt betrayed. I have no proof of this. This is just from looking at my analytics. But when I started criticizing Shiba Inu, some guy in one of my live streams said, "You're going to regret this." And my live stream went down right after that. And it took a week to get my channel back up. Now, Joe says my channel's good. Now that I got taken down that one time, my channel should be good, and that happens to almost all crypto YouTubers. But that's when I kind of broke out. When my channel was down for a week, I realized that if you evaluated me as a crypto YouTuber based on my own personal investments, I wasn't doing very well. And I made a commitment that when I get my channel back up on YouTube, I'll think first and foremost, lead by example, be transparent, and then, give videos that are the best information I can give to somebody else today. And if I make money out of that, great. If not, I need to serve other people first and foremost. Satoshi Stacker is another YouTuber, one of the getting a lot of views. It's follow the leader. It's copy and paste. It's, Bitcoin fear videos over and over again. Who watches this stuff? I mean, don't watch this stuff. Crypto Casey, I gave her a thumbs down in her review. She's never covered ICP. Her audience, I saw her audience begging her to cover ICP. She's never covered ICP. I reviewed Zero to Hero before. You can scroll back through the video I've reviewed. I gave Zero to Hero a positive review. Caspa is, guarantee you, over the next few years, Caspa is proven just like Cadena. Absolute, collapsing house of cards. CoinPost does great ICP content. Crypto Archie. All right, I've seen a few of you ask for Crypto Archie. Crypto Archie scammer, nice. Finding 100. All right, so if you've got a bunch of Caspa thumbnails, I don't think you understand crypto very well if you're all hyped up about Caspa. Caspa is basically a Cadena copy. You got a very small team of volunteers. There's no way this does well over time. Absolutely no way. It's valued the same as Internet Computer Protocol. No way. $5 soon. Crypto Archie, absolutely not on Crypto Archie. Crypto Seth, I've never heard of him. There's almost no scenario where I regret my take on Caspa. I saw Caspa at 2 cents, and at 2 cents, I said absolutely not. And I don't care it's went up 8x because I have the same opinion of it, and it's just going to go, all the gains it's had are going to be lost and more. All right, I have not seen Crypto Seth before. Top 4 AI coins to buy right now. He hasn't been putting out a lot of, at least. All right, so he does live streams mainly. All right, top AI coins to buy now. Oh no. All right, so altcoin season near. Is that an ICP logo or is that something else? Caspa and ICP, interesting. All right, so let's check his top AI altcoin stream out. And if he doesn't include ICP, then I don't think that's going to be very good information. So some totally random tiny AI projects that likely are nothing more than scams. Because it's so easy to make an altcoin, it's so hard to deliver value on it. So almost all these AI coins are scam. You know, tiny projects with no team. He has not even put ICP on here. You know, he hasn't put ICP on any of these yet. So, you know, his most recent stream 3 days ago, he doesn't mention the first altcoin in the world to actually run AI on chain. And he doesn't even mention it. Let's see. All right, we'll check out one more stream. Is altcoin season near? You know, at least he does go live and chat with his audience. Spends the first 11 minutes talking about Bitcoin price action, looking at a bunch of tiny coins here. And is there even any look at ICP? In Polygon, you know, I don't even see any look at ICP right there. So that is not a good sign. Not a good sign. So not looking so good. But I want to add, I probably should have done this earlier, but any of these channels could change their tune at any time. Altcoin Daily just recently started. What's up, Jessica? Nice to see you. Altcoin Daily just started actually putting some positive posts out there about ICP. And, you know, I had blocked Altcoin Daily before or muted him on Twitter because I got tired of seeing his engagement bait, useless posts. And he's just recently, so any of these creators could turn around at any time. I'm reviewing what they've done recently. They have, if you look at my first 9 years in crypto, I showed Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dash, Steam, and then I showed a bunch of altcoins in 2023. And, you know, my first 9 years in crypto, I you know, if you did watch my Bitcoin or Ethereum videos early on, you would have made a lot of money. If you bought Dash when I first said to buy it, you would have made a lot of money if you'd have sold at the top. And Steam, I was totally wrong about Steam for a year, and that was a brutal lesson. But, you know, the main place I've went wrong is wasting time talking about stuff that didn't matter, like Bitcoin price, and by hyping up altcoins without doing my own research. Brian Young, thank you. I forgot. I was trying to do him. I forgot his name though. Brian Young is, all right, that's his one channel for crypto. So Brian Young, you know, 100x on DSO. DSO's got nothing compared to what ICP has. You know, top 10 crypto coins to set to, no, really, y'all. Litecoin on 1000x and Arbitrum? Litecoin and Arbitrum on 1000x. Litecoin and Arbitrum, like just a thumbnail like that. a thumbnail like that. You know, and then like showing off no, Brian Young is definitely just from looking at these most recent thumbnails, definitely not a channel I would watch. Definitely not. I mean, seriously, a 1000x on Litecoin and Arbitrum, you know, 50x on meme coins, and, you know, Immutable X or whatever, Polkadot on 100x, Chainlink on 100x, ridiculous. Ridiculous. No, definitely not on Brian Young. All right, let's see some of these. I did Cityscape right at the beginning of the video, did a very positive review on Cityscape. Cityscape's one of the people I actually watch pretty consistently. Chico Crypto. Owning one Bitcoin will not make you a millionaire. It might eventually, but it could take a while. More of the same BlackRock, Ethereum clickbait that you see everywhere else. So, you know, Chico Crypto first impression, I don't see anything useful here. AI coin primed to break out. He hadn't even put a video out in 2 months. Next, Data Dash. Let's check Data Dash. It's amazing how many of these crypto YouTubers have huge amounts of subs, don't even have that many views. They just grind out such useless content. Darkest secret about Bitcoin and crypto. That sounds kind of interesting. Is it that almost everything's faking and lying and that ICP is the truth? Probably not. Recession videos, CPI and the Fed, more of the same crap. Free Radix tokens, Radix sucks. You know, LF0, the next major L1, probably not someone I would watch based off of a quick look. I reviewed James Allen. I reviewed House of Crypto already. Where'd that other one go? Box mining. I know Supo's into some of these old crypto channels. I played the most viral Web3 game. Pixelverse is not even a real Web3 game from what I understand. Most of it's not even on chain. AI needs a blockchain, Polkadot. Yep, this just looking at this, the first few videos here, this is not, you know, huge real world asset. Is he covering Origin? Probably not. So I think we've reviewed, that's almost 2 hours of crypto reviews. Ben Armstrong, unless Ben Armstrong was sober, I would not watch his videos. Investment Answers, I reviewed Invest Answers before. He very intentionally excludes ICP because it threatens to bring his entire house of cards down. He relentlessly gives meaningless information about Bitcoin and Ethereum, relentlessly promotes Solana. Invest Answers got his community into Terra Luna, saying some absolutely insane price target for it. He got his community into FTX before it collapsed. He's got his community into Solana. He's Invest Answers and consistently into places where people lose huge amounts of money. And he intentionally hides ICP and FUDs it on his channel. In fact, I did not know how good ICP was, and I heard him criticizing it, and I did my own research, and I found out when he compared ICP to Solana, ICP crushes Solana in transactions per second. He just put a dash on the chart. He put a dash on the chart. And I'm like, wow, this guy is either completely clueless or paid to present disinformation. So Ben Armstrong is sober? I had not heard about that. It can't be that long he's been sober because that wasn't that long ago. Is Ben Armstrong sober? Let me check. What's his new channel? Ben Armstrong is sober? Well, I'm happy to hear that. I did like that he did actually cover Internet Computer Protocol. So that was good. You know, but now it's gotten confusing, you know, with all the different channels he's on. But I mean, BitBoy just has too many distractions too. Like, he did hype up ICP, but there's too many distractions. I mean, my goal is to put stuff out that it really makes a difference. And what you don't want to do is have all these distractions. Like, every one of my videos is meant to be life-changing. So if I tell you 50 different altcoins you like suck and are going to zero, that could make a big difference in your life. or I introduce you to ICP and explain it, that can make a big difference. But, Ben spends too much time doing, I do care if Ben Armstrong is sober. All right, well, Invest Answers to me is not a channel I would ever watch again unless he makes a public, saying, I was wrong about ICP, then I might. Lex Money is doing lots of videos about ICP, which is great. Although it is so tempting to, hype up some of the other coins too. Jasmy Holder's new long zone. Now, if someone's hyping up Jasmy alongside ICP, I don't think those are, and Caspa. So I'm happy he's talking about ICP. At the same time, though, if you're hyping up Caspa and ICP, if you can't tell the difference between Caspa and ICP and see how one is, basically everything you'd want in crypto and the other one is everything you want to stay away from in crypto, maybe he'll figure that out though. I'm glad Lex Money supports my content, and I would suggest figure out which cryptos you're hyping up are truly the best. Stop thinking about where you can get views. You need Lex Money. I appreciate you, giving me shout outs. Look more into Aerodome Finance. Look more into Caspa. Look more into Jasmy. You want to make sure you don't get your audience wrecked. And the easiest way to get your audience wrecked is to tell them about a junk coin and to hype it up. So be careful. Be careful the stuff you hype up, because if you're right about ICP, but you're wrong about Aerodome Finance, your audience will be more pissed off you were wrong about Aerodome Finance than happy you were right about ICP. That's what I've learned. So we shall see. Most people who've bought ICP in the last few months have actually made money on it. If you started buying it when I started talking about it every day at $3, you're still up 2x right now. And sometimes you just need to wait longer. ICP is intentionally being suppressed because it threatens. ICP is one of the only cryptos that people will sell their Bitcoin, their Ethereum, their Solana, their Caspa, that people will sell their Cardano, people will sell their entire portfolio into ICP, and that's why it's threatening and it's often suppressed. So I know Six Figs is one of the well-known creators in the ICP ecosystem. He consistently does content about Internet Computer Protocol. I've not ended up watching a lot of his content. I think he mainly does short form videos on TikTok. So he looks like he has a channel that is useful for watching on Internet Computer, and I'm happy to see he's not just another copy and paste Bitcoin game over channel. So Shib to 1 cent. I don't know about that, but Six Fig is definitely better than average. And one of the most, he's created a lot of ICP videos. I haven't watched hardly any of them, but, we only have so much time to watch stuff. I've reviewed all the ones I watch up front. They won't all sell Caspa for ICP, but you'd be surprised how many people I've talked to that said, Jerry, I sold, $50,000 of my other cryptos into ICP off watching your videos. Now, some of the people who sold them at, when ICP was like $15, not too happy with me right now, but I'm like, you just need to be patient. You just need to wait. Hey, all right. Superman says I've pretty much covered everyone. I think that means I'm done. I have an AA meeting to go to right now. So, to be fair, I've got love for all these crypto creators. All of these creators, are in crypto at least, where most people aren't. They all have the potential to change their tune and to change what they're saying and to start serving their audience instead of exploiting their audience. Most, I've told you the creators I enjoy watching the most and I'm interested to start watching. And, I hope these creators take this as loving, critical feedback that I've been, that I've said that I don't think your channel's worth my time. I hope you can think about how can I serve my audience better. and really get to know your audience better, because I've got to know my audience by a lot of you scheduling one-on-one calls with me at jerrybanfield.com, and I've realized I can't complicate stuff. Like if I tell you 50 different altcoins, you don't know, it is too complicated. So that's why I also simplified into just ICP. I'll shout you all out here and we'll wrap up. Thank you, Kelly, for being here. Coinopoly, I appreciate you being here as a fellow crypto YouTuber, as well as Superman. And I will check out your latest one, Superman. Thank you. This was a great topic to cover today. A lot of people have asked me to review crypto YouTubers. I've been very hesitant because I knew how critical I would be. So Pumpkin Seed, thank you for being here as a fellow creator. Matt Dominguez, Arsene, AYO, Eloy, Merlin, Max, Kelly, Jessica, Fanticon. I will review ONT. That ONT's on my list. Coin, Construct, Destruct, CJW, Sir Swoony, Matt Dominguez, Fox Sparrow, Nick. All right, love you each. Thanks for watching. I'll wrap this up. I'll see you again soon.